All right, everyone, it is time to keep on keeping on with Home of the Brave. This chapter is called Summer. I would not be truthful if I said that winter is my favorite time. Winter is wet and heavy work. True, I learned to make snowballs like perfect moons and to catch a snowflake on my tongue, but I grew weary of looking for missing gloves. After such a winter, summer comes like a present with a bow. Summer is ice cream and skateboards and sweet grass under your free toes. And just as Dave promised, the not dead trees had been teasing me. Their leaves stop hiding, and over my head, they weave a cool roof of green. Ganwar says that the farm will have its new owner at the end of summer. Lou can stay till fall, and then they will tear down the buildings. Lou is sad, he says. She misses me. I say he can tell Lou and Gull that I miss them, but I will not be coming back. Hannah tries to take my mind off the farm. She knows all the secret summer things. We take the bus to a swimming hole shaped like a giant brick. It's filled with blue water and laughing children. First, hot sun is on your skin, then you jump in. For a while, you are a fish in a warm, pretending lake. She takes me to the library, too, like the one at school, only with enough books for the whole world to read. They give me a card with my name on it and let me look at book after book. The library workers don't even know me, and yet they promise I can take books home. To be trusted with such precious gifts is a great honor. My father would have sung me a song of pride to see his son so trusted. Hannah helps me find books with pictures of Africa. They don't seem real, these flat colors smoothed to my fingers. They make me happy but also sad. I see a picture of a woman, tall with strong arms and sunny eyes, and for a moment, a crazy moment, I think it might be my mother. She's like her, I say to Hannah, but not. She's very beautiful, Hannah says. I'm starting to not remember, I whisper. Sometimes I can't see her face in my mind. Only when I'm asleep now is she real. I know, Hannah says. It's the same for me, too. The words steal her smile away like clouds over sun. On the library table is paper and little pieces in a box, and a cup filled with short yellow pencils. I give a pencil to Hannah. You can still send a letter to her, I say. I wait. She doesn't speak. I say, you can, but I cannot. Hannah lets air out slowly from her mouth. She looks at me with her leave me alone face, but she takes the pencil. It's a very small paper, I say. It can be a very short letter. She chews on the pencil. She twirls hair around her finger. She makes another face at me. But when she starts to write, she can't stop. She fills paper after paper with words. At last, she's done. There, she says. Happy? I smile. Yes. Now we'll go mail it. Fine, she makes another sighing noise. And then I'll whip your butt at basketball. I don't mind that so much. She's mad, but it's a good kind of mad. Besides, she always beats me at basketball. More bad news. One hot day, Dave comes by to see how we are doing. Hannah and I are in the parking lot. She's teaching me how to skateboard. I have many hard places on my knees and elbows, and a hat like a round ball on my head. This is good because I fall down every time I try to stand on the skateboard. Hannah is trying not to laugh. I am trying not to fall. Looking good, buddy, Dave says, but he is just being kind. Why don't you take a break for a minute? I've got some things to talk over with you. I talked to Lou yesterday. We sit on a bench in front of the apartment. Hannah comes too. So you know about the farm, I say. I take off my round extra head and give it to Hannah. I'm sorry, Dave says. I know you liked working there. I'll try to find you another place to help out. Another place won't have Gull, I say. Listen, buddy, Dave says. I'm afraid I've got some more news. I heard from Diane. They tracked down the people who made it to the two refugee camps we told you about. Something grabs my throat and tries to steal the air away. None of them was your mom, Keck. I look away. Nearby, a crow flaps his great black wings to chase away a sparrow. Hannah pats my back. There's still hope, though, right? She asks. Dave clears his throat. There's another small refugee camp about 80 miles south. We're checking out that one. I nod. Remember how your aunt told me you're an optimist, Keck? Dave asks. I need you to stay strong. In my pocket, I feel the soft blue and yellow fabric I have carried for so long. I remember something Gayanwar said to me. Thank you for your helping, Dave, I say. But what I'm thinking is that a man knows when he's defeated. Think about this and how that adds on to our thinking about Keck and how hope is helping him through. We're starting to see him lose that hope. We're starting to see him kind of come to terms. Maybe a new idea is that hoping can't make things happen. As much as you hope for things, they don't always work out. Sleep story. Here's another one of his dreams. I'm in our tent at the camp, and all around me children and women sleep. We are too crowded to lie down. We sleep on each other, legs and arms twined. There is moaning and snoring and muttering and drooling, but it's a kind of uneasy peace. I'm not so hungry tonight. Grain came in bags from the helping people today. Mosquitoes buzz at the tent flaps, louder and louder still, and then I know it is the drone of a flying boat. The gunfire is almost gentle at first. Pop, pop, pop. And then it gets closer, and the world goes crazy with fear. Children scream, mothers sob, men threaten. A fire is burning somewhere close. My mother takes my hand, firm, sure. Come, my child, she says, as if we are going for a walk to look at the moon. We run from the tent, pretending a safe place lies just a few steps away. My mother falls, her dress caught on a bush, and then the gunfire comes harder, flying toward us like hot little stars. Run, Keck, my mother screams. Run now! I kneel beside her. I can't leave you, I say, or I think I say, for my voice is swallowed by the roaring night. My legs hurt. I can't run. You hide in the trees. You can get help for me when it's safe. Go now. I start to run, and I don't know that I'm clutching her dress, and a tiny piece rips free, and I run, and the trees are waiting, and the men come with their knives and their guns and their mysterious hate. I wait with other children. I hold a little child and cover her mouth. When she tries to cry, dawn comes, silence comes, blood and death are everywhere, and my mother is gone. Thinking about Keck's piece of fabric in that story might tell you a little bit more of where that piece came from, right? Confession. I awake to no blood, no bodies, no mama. I'm on the sofa and Ganwar sits on the floor next to me. You were moaning, he says. It must have been a bad one. I wipe my wet cheeks. Very bad. I was in the camp and the men with guns came. Ganwar nods. He clicks on a light and the shadows take form. I still have that one sometimes. Not like this one. I shiver. How can you be so sure? He asks. You can't visit my head. Because mine has truth in it, I say. Because in mine, I drop my head in my hands. Because in mine, I leave Mama and run. In mine, I'm a coward, and it's the truth. Ganwar stares past me for a long time. He is somewhere far away, and I know where it is. We all ran, Keck. It's the only reason we're here. I should have stayed with her. Even a brave man can't stop a bullet. You did what you had to do. Ganwar joins me on the sofa. He puts his arm around me. He doesn't seem surprised when I begin to sob, and I'm not so surprised when he, too, begins to cry. Running away. I wait till Ganwar falls asleep. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in a place where my words taste wrong in my mouth. I don't want to live in a place where candy for a kind girl makes people angry, and every year the trees must die. I want to be in a place where the things I love and know are within my reach. But where is that place? My aunt says I can find sun when the sky is dark, but she's wrong. I can't see what isn't there. I check the jar where I keep my pay from Lou. I have a handful of green papers and 4 silver washing machine coins. With such riches, I can run far away, to places I've seen on the TV machine, although it will mean a lot of walking. Maybe I can go to Washington to the president's house and ask him to help find Mama. I know two buses, the bus to the grocery store and the mall, and the one to Lou's farm. I will take the bus that comes to the bus stop first, and then at least I will be on my way. I would like to leave a note so that my aunt and Ganwar and Hannah won't worry about me, but I don't know yet how to write many words. Ganwar snores softly. I leave half the green papers on the sofa. I write my name on a scrap of paper. I make a heart shape like the one I gave Hannah. I get my jacket and I go. Really seeing Keck's character kind of turn here, right? Bus. The evening air is cool and damp. I take the first bus that comes, the route that goes past Lou's. I put my coins in the hungry metal mouth beside the driver. The bus jerks and I grab a pole. How far does this bus go? I ask. To the airport, he says. The airport? I repeat, with the flying boats. The driver gives me a strange look. Sit down, kid. I think about this important news as I take a seat. For the first time, I wonder if I could go back home. I have my green money papers after all. I could fly to my home and find my mother myself. That is what a good son would do. I think of the vastness of my country. I think of the camp, the guns, the blood. I wonder if flying back home would be like the time I tried to fly from the top of the acacia tree. The bus is nearly empty. We pass many buildings, we take many turns, and then we are on a big street I know well. In the soft light, I see familiar places. The gas stations, the empty lots, the cars for sale, with bright lights on string overhead like captured stars. This is an ugly land, I think. It needs endless horizons and emptiness. Here, too many buildings block the sky. You can't even watch the sun put on his bright pajamas and sink into bed. We're coming close to Lou's. I feel bad not to have said my thank yous and goodbyes, and to have shouted at Lou in anger. In my old home, where death sneaks into your home in the hush of night, goodbyes were a precious thing. How can I miss a place with such pain, I wonder? It doesn't make sense, and yet there it is. What I miss is the time before the pain. I miss Mama and the wall, and listening to my father sing a laughing song. In the moonlight, I see first the old gray fence with new boards on the gate. Ganwar and I had fixed. I see Lou's house, the tree with its great brown arms outstretched, the sagging barn. I see Gull too. She's in the field alone, staring out at the road. I touch the window, and then, I don't know why, I yell for the driver to stop. Treed. By the time I'm over the fence, Gull has spotted me. She trudges over, slow but determined, like an old woman longing for her grandchild's embrace. When we reach each other, I put my head on her neck. You should be in the barn, I say. I peer over her to see if Lou is inside. The sky is rich with stars like fresh black dirt, sprinkled with tiny seeds. The moon hangs low, a cupped hand of silver water. Gull nudges me. I know this means she wants an ear scratch, so I do as I'm told. Tears warm my cheeks. A door slams. I see Lou heading to the barn. I crouch low beside Gull. I don't want Lou to see me crying. She will be coming to get Gull, and I must hide. The field is empty. There's nowhere to go but the big tree. I dash over and clamber up easily. It's a good climbing tree. High up in the tangle of branches, I watch the cars charge by like a herd of panicked animals. Gull looks up at me, wondering why her ear scratch is over. She heads slowly in the direction of the tree. I wipe my nose on my sleeve. No, I say softly. Go away, Gull. She settles in under the tree and stares up at me like a motherless puppy. I'm so high, I should be able to see forever. In the starlight, I imagine if I try hard enough, I can see my family's thatched hut, my father's sharp horned cattle, the tree where I learned I'm not meant to be a bird. Go away, I whisper. I'm going to be here for a long time. How do you think this is changing what we were thinking about Keck holding on to hope? Getting super close to the end.